Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Glory Hunter. Back today once again with RC Lens, our second season here in France, and we're kicking off today's episode with a quick sim in the Champions League against Bodo Glimt before we head into the first played game of the episode, which is going to be a tough trip away to Lyon. So let's jump into this first one at Champions League. Let's get it out of the way. So it's a very rotated side once again in the Champions League, and the result is another draw. We're not doing particularly well in the group so far. 2 draws and 1 defeat so far is not a great start. We could be looking at a potential return to the Europa League if we don't sort this out. Alright then guys, first played game of the episode, and we're here at the Groupama Stadium. As I mentioned, every time we play at one of the 3, it is one of the stadiums that's actually in the game and we get to play at. So enjoy it whilst it lasts, because most of the stadiums are just generic FIFA stadiums. So real life stadium here up against Lyon, who are currently sat in 4th. And I think they're 7 points behind us. So we've got quite a good lead over them already. But if they win today, it will close that gap and we will be looking over our shoulders, which is not what we want. Currently, ourselves and Marseille still out at the top on 25 points. But I'm still, of course, very wary of PSG. And they're holding the ball up well here. Shot comes in. And Dan Kramer forced into his first save. We've not really got going so far. Corner for the home side. Cleared away from in front of Kramer, and Marquinhos will put his foot through it. Comes to Openda there. Brilliant first touch. And Lois Openda is storming away from the defence here. Openda, well, you knew what the outcome was going to be. It was just a long pump forward from Marquinhos. The first touch was brilliant from Lois Openda. Brings the ball down around the defender and then races through on goal for his 18th goal of the season already. Trouble here. Herrera with some defending to do, and Marquinhos, and we don't get there. And it's drilled in low and hard. It's a brilliant strike, and it's 1-1. Lyon back on level terms. Alvarez will keep the chance alive though. Fernandez again has Stefan David on the overlap. Still the Frenchman. Guerrero into Openda. Really quick stuff. And turned away by Anthony Lopez. Still the number 1 here at Lyon. Corners floated in. It's over Openda. Guerrero picks it up. Oh, it's a little Rabona cross into the middle. Cleared. Moses now. David. Good strong hand from Lopez again. As men in support. Lois Openda on that left foot. It's a brilliant save by Lopez again. And he gathers the loose ball. Alvarez does really well. Coman slips it in to Lois Openda. Oh, it's wide. Oh, that is unlike him. It didn't quite settle for him, maybe. I don't know. Am I making excuses? Maybe should have found that bottom corner. And now we come forward. Clerk. Back to Harry Kane. We do look more likely. Kane from the edge. Oh, it's a brilliant effort. And Anthony Lopez, who has kept everything out today, there once again. Moses with the corner into Marquinhos. Comes out to Clerk on the edge. Now it's Moses. Hits it from the edge. But it's comfortable for man of the match, Anthony Lopez. What a performance from the veteran Portuguese goalkeeper. Rescues a point for his side at the Groupama Stadium. We probably had the better of the chances, but I will take a point in this one. Well, on to the next one, guys, and it's Ajaccio. I don't know how you pronounce them. Ajaccio. Did they come up last year or were they in the league? I honestly cannot remember, but they're having a pretty decent season for their standard. Currently sat in mid-table in 11th. And they were having a really good start, but they've dropped off a little bit. We're one of the last teams to actually lose a game. After that draw in the previous one against Lyon, Marseille did actually win their fixture. So we've dropped back down to 2nd for the time being as Guerrero lets fly. And the keeper saves. We have dropped down to 2nd, but I'm not too worried about that. We're still quite a few points ahead of PSG, and although Marseille are doing well at the moment, I do expect them to drop off at some point. So as long as we keep that gap to PSG, I will be happy. Playing long up to Isaac Toure is a bad move. Oh, it was Marquinhos actually. Now he sends it to Lois Openda. Oh, what a strike. That is absolutely brilliant from Lois Openda. I want to see that again on the replay. Marquinhos does well and ends up getting the assist for it. But little ball roll, and it's just such a clinical finish from him. Gets it onto his right peg, and it's just fired right into that corner. 19th of the year already for Lois Openda. I'd love to keep a clean sheet in this one. We don't get many, obviously. As Guerrero, brilliant ball over the top to Lois Openda. Lois, never in doubt, 2-0 is such a clinical goal. 20 up for the season already, and we're not even near the halfway stage yet. You saw Will take it into Marquinhos, good defending. Comes out to Isaac Toure. Oh, so close. Guerrero pulling the strings out there today. He's been fantastic. Stefan David, it's 3. Much better from the Frenchman. Right back turned left winger, cutting inside on that left peg, curls it in. And now that he's got one, he's looking a little bit more assured in front of goal. Getting shown up by Guerrero today. He's not going to stand for it, Moses. He's normally the assist king. Guerrero into David again. David, it's 4, and it's Guerrero with the assist again. This man is going for the assist title this year. Guerrero looking to make things happen again. Finds Moses into Openda. 5-0, and we are just tearing them apart. Sorry for the commentary. All out to Trezor, who comes inside. Oh, we're going to lose the clean sheet. What a save. Dan Kramer says no. He wants that clean sheet. And now Clerk off the bench. Gets the return from Taiwo. Still Leon Clerk. Rounds the keeper and puts it into the open net. Off the bench for his second of the season, and Dan Kramer saves us down one end and we run up the other to score. Brilliant goal from Leon. Looking for our biggest win of the season. Kane floats the corner in. Oh, it's Soppy who gets up for his first for the club. Brandon Soppy makes it 7. What a performance from RC Lons. We had the 6-0 victory in the previous episode, but we've one-upped ourselves here by making it 7 with Soppy late on. Brilliant, brilliant victory. We were so ruthless going forward. And another clean sheet for Dan Kramer. Time for another sim in the Champions League. We desperately need a win in this one if we're going to make it through. Is Bodo Glimt again, but this time at home? Well, this time it is a victory. Harry Kane and Kingsley Coman giving us the win. That may just spark our Champions League campaign into action. Okay guys, after that victory in the Champions League, which may see us progress to the knockouts, we come back with a very tricky test in the league as we face Toulouse, who we've struggled with in this save so far. They beat us here last season. I think it was by a 0-0 on that occasion. And they've started this game flying out of the blocks, and Dan Kramer forced into the save already. Here goes Openda. Looks for Moses down the right. Now Pavel. Guerrero has David in support. David, oh, he didn't quite get hold of it. Big gap in the heart of our defence here. Ramiro Herrera caught out, and it's a great chance, and it is a goal for the home side. And we always struggle against Toulouse. It's poor from Ramiro Herrera. Marquinhos lost the initial battle, and if we just stepped up, he would have been offside. Gets played through and finishes past Dan Kramer. Guerrero into Fernandez, can take it in his stride. Brilliant from the fullback. And he has Lois in support. Instead, it's gone all the way to Moses. We'll keep it alive here. Guerrero. Now Pavel. Still we have it. And Moses can't find Openda. Oh, Pavel wins it high up the pitch. Moses. Can we get it through to Openda? Did he time it right? He did. Lois Openda. Oh, what have I done? I literally tapped the shoot button and it trickled straight through to the keeper. I'm losing my nerve in this one. David gives it away and we're going to be a goal down at the break. Big second half needed here. Good football from Toulouse. Herrera on this occasion does well. And Fernandez can bring it clear, but it's a poor ball from the fullback. And Toulouse looking to kill it. Toulouse in for a second, and they've got it. And we look like we're going to lose this one. 2-0 to the home side, and it's the same man who scored the first. Adama Traore. Oh, it's a brilliant save again. Nearly had his first for the club. Moses to swing in the corner. It's a good ball. Openda, goal back. 2-1 with 12 to play. Come on, I feel like we can get this second. I feel like we can do it. We're playing quick attacking football. We've not got long to go, but I feel we can get it done. Fernandez does well. Seko into Moses. Moses through the gap to Jankovic. Matija Jankovic to level it. Oh, he's put it wide. Oh, Jankovic. This is why your third choice striker, my guy. It fell to Jankovic and he couldn't finish it. And we fall to defeat for the second time this season. Toulouse beating us once again. Might have just seen as we were walking off the pitch, someone having a word with Jankovic saying, should have just squared it to Lois Openda. He's the top scorer in the league for a reason. Lyon win as well. And if PSG have won, they will be level on points with us now. Well, we are very, very close to the return of Noah David. And I think we are going to need him. We've just started to drop off a little bit. And we're now level on points with PSG. We have closed the gap to Marseille to just 2 points, I believe. So it's going to start getting very, very interesting at the top of the table. We're taking on Rennes here, who you may recall we knocked out in the run to the Conference League final last year. In fact, we completely dispatched of them with ease. So be interesting to see how we get on against them here, as they are a good side. And I've kind of struggled against them in the league when we played them previously, but we absolutely tore them apart in that Conference League tie. And we're a goal down here inside a quarter of an hour. You can see the table at the moment with the top 3 teams. However, if we do end up losing here today, it gives the other 2 a chance to pull away from us. Here goes David in behind. Stefan David pulls us back. He has done brilliantly stepping in for Noah since he went down with that knock. Stefan David, the position change finally starting to make a difference. We know how dangerous Myron Buadu is. That's a clever ball into Barco, who's away from his man, but Isaac Toure does step in well. Surely offside there. No. Oh, flag does go up. Thought that the ref was going to allow play to go on there, but it was off. That's a really poor ball by Marquinhos. And we're playing ourselves into so much trouble here, and the flag goes up again. Oh, what a ball that is. Oh, it's a brilliant goal. That pass is outrageous. I'm not sure who it was that played it, but that is like Xavi, Iniesta levels of visionary there. What a through ball. We've got about quarter of an hour to save ourselves here. That's over the top to Buadu. But Isaac Toure does do well on this occasion. Kane now can find Guerrero. Fabinho into Moses. Man at the back, stick in the middle is Guerrero, who heads home. One of the smallest men on the pitch. It'll be his last contribution as well, but he does get us back on level terms. Can we now go and find a winner with 10 to play? But with just a few minutes left to play, here is Clerk. Has Moses in support. Still Moses. Pegs it back. Coman. Oh, he's found the net. What a strike from Kingsley Coman to find the victory. And how important may that be come the end of the season. What a strike from the Frenchman. Moses does well. I was looking to peg it back to Clerc, who steps over it. It comes to Coman, and he absolutely rifles it in. It may well be his first goal for the club. Come on, ref. Where's that whistle? There it is. What a goal from Kingsley Coman. Late drama here. And we do win. And it's not necessarily the win. It's about the momentum that pushes us forward with. Keeping up with Marseille and PSG in this crazy title race. Okay guys, time for another sim in the Champions League. This is how the group currently looks. Fairly confident that Chelsea will make it through in first place. And I think for us, it will either be second or third, depending on our results in these last two games. Let's sim against Chelsea. We're at home this time, hoping for a better result than the away fixture. We did have a rotated side out there, and it is a better result than the game at Stamford Bridge, but a loss nonetheless. We're going to have to beat Braga by the looks of it to qualify for the knockout stages. Alright guys, we are in the green kit once again, and it's been a little while. I've made a lot of changes for this one. We're facing 17th placed Stade Brestois, and the reason for the number of changes is because we have PSG in the next game in what is going to be a huge clash even so early on in the season. So with that coming in just I think 3 or 4 days time, I've had to make a lot of changes as, wow, Fabinho gets something on it and Kramer can clear. Lots of changes, but I would still expect to win even with a rotated side. Here goes David down the left. Has the pace and Clerc in support. Offside at the moment, and the ball didn't quite reach him. Clerc nodded down to Seco, who's making a rare start today as well. Now Seco. Still got those striding runs and looks to find Leon Clerc. Can he finish this time? He can. That's more like it from the youngster. The Frenchman gives us the lead. And I tell you what, it's something about this green kit. This just proves as well how important having this squad depth is. Someone like Seko Fofana, who's not really played at all this season, coming in today and putting in a strong performance already. Obviously, we had the Champions League in the previous game, now a league game, and then another big league game just a few days later. We need to have all of our squad fit and ready to go. Moses swings in the corner. It's cleared only as far as Seko, whose shot is blocked. Good press this from us here. Leon does well to win it back and can bring it forward. Has Lois in support. Looks for Moses at the back stick, who heads it down and makes it 2. Moses this time with the goal. Normally the man assisting them. Leon does brilliantly, just floats it up to the back stick. Moses heads it down and it's 2. Comfortable and exactly what we needed. Rasul striding forward finds Moses. Man at the back post is Openda. And he gets back on the score sheet. Feel like he needed a goal and it comes at just the right time. Going to take the front 3 off now to rest them for the next game against PSG. But Openda does manage to get on the score sheet. Well guys, we are in the very lucky position that we can bring on Noah David for the last 20 minutes here. We don't want to rush him back. We want to nurture him. He's definitely not going to start against PSG, but I would like to get him out on the pitch at some point in that game if we're going to need him. He'll get the last 20 here just to get some minutes in the legs. And here's Balogun. Swings one in. Patrick Kaiser does well. Still the chance is alive though. Balogun back to McGinn. Still they come forward here. Shot comes in and they've got their goal. Here is Noah Dennis. I think I might have accidentally called him Noah David at one point. Noah Dennis looking to get back in the action. Noah Dennis back on the score sheet. We said we just wanted him to have the last 20 to get some minutes in the legs. Well, he's popped up with a goal. This guy is special. He is the real deal. We need to keep him fit for the second half of the season if we are going to push for this domestic double. It's a late penalty here. A nothing challenge from Fabinho, really. Trying to block the cross. And he has caught Balogun late, but a penalty. We're going to lose. Well, we've already lost the clean sheet. And Dan Kramer makes the save. Go on, Kramer, my boy. I love to see that. Big 6'5" shot stopper. Gets across. Palms it out. And he didn't get the clean sheet, but I'm sure he'll be happy with that one. Noah back on the pitch as well and back on the score sheet. Well, here we go, guys. It's the biggest game of the season so far. Hosting PSG at home, match day 16. They're currently 2 points behind us. We are 2 points behind Marseille, so a lot can change. Noah Dennis is on the bench for us today. I feel like he could have a massive impact on this game. It feels very similar to Mbappe when using him. And I'm just going all out to try and win this game. Oscar Schumacher in at centre-back for PSG. We've got Marquinhos, who will come out on top. Here goes Kylian Mbappe. Oh, he's just got too much pace. It's off the bloody crossbar. What a let-off there. Should be 1-0. Here's Openda. Now Guerrero has Stefan David in support. Can he finish? He might not need to because he squares it to Luis Openda. And we take the lead in the biggest game of the season. We beat them in the Trophy des Champions early on. And that was thanks to a late goal from Renato Sanchez, who's ruled out today. But Luis Openda, the league's top scorer, 24th of the campaign. Played into the near post. It's well defended by Pavel, who's taken a knock and stayed down there. We will play on though. Moses. Down the right, still Moses finds Rafa Guerrero away from Oscar Schumacher, who's trying to get back. Square to Openda, surely for two. Rafa Guerrero does brilliantly down this right-hand side, beats Schumacher, squares it to Luis Openda, who keeps it low and hard. And Pavel took a knock from the corner, but we played on. Went down the other end and we have scored to make it 2. And with just over 12 minutes to play here, we will see Noah Dennis coming off the bench again. He's scored in every appearance for us so far and he's barely played more than an hour. Can he do the same here again? Dennis takes it in his stride. Class from Dennis. It is another goal for him. This kid is unreal. Kylian Mbappe hand over that Ligue 1 title. Noah Dennis is coming for it. Off the bench to score again. And this game is done. Brilliant display from us. 3-0, game over. Well, what a performance, guys. We held on for the clean sheet as well. You know that we don't get many in this save. And to get one against the most dominant team in the country is, well, something special. Led by that man, Marquinhos. PSG let him go in the summer. They've won the Ligue 1 title for about probably more than that. Probably about 10 years in a row in this save. And we are coming for them this year. Okay then guys, that is where we will leave this episode. After that brilliant win against PSG, we now extend the lead over them to 5 points. We've also jumped into first ahead of Marseille on goal difference. Is PSG's long reign finally coming to an end? We'll have to keep up our good form until the end of the season, but the return of Noah Dennis is definitely making an impact. If we can keep him fit, I've got to have faith that we can do it. I'll catch you in the next video very soon, guys. Make sure you don't miss it, where we will be back with some more big games in the league and also our final Champions League group stage game to see if we make it to the knockouts. I'll catch you for it very soon, guys, and peace.